Well, on the phone with me right now, Alexis Gomez from Dayton, Ohio. She is, of course, smack dab in the middle of Hollywood Week with American Idol. Alexis, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're super busy, and congratulations.
Thank you, Will, so much. I always love coming back and hanging out with you guys, so thanks for having me.
I've been soliciting questions from listeners, and so we got a whole bunch of questions lined up. Now, I know, let's see, you made it through the first round of judging for Hollywood Week. Okay, we saw that, I don't know, a week or two ago, and now they're doing this group thing. What about that? I mean, that was a surprise to me. Is that how do you feel about that?
Well, I've watched Idol before, and I've seen some of the group auditions, and I think really it's what scares me the most. I always see the groups like, oh, the drama, the fighting, who's going to be in your group, what are you guys going to do? It's up all night. And although it was a crazy, stressful day, I think my group, we got 2 hours of sleep or something. We went to bed at 4 in the morning. We had to be up at 6 and ready to go to our performance. But I had a really cool group of girls, and we kept it country, and I'm just not going to say too much about it, but I think you guys will like the song. But honestly, it wasn't all the drama in my group, so I was happy that it turned out like that.
Yeah. Well, I did have a question. Where is it here? It says, they wanted to know how the groups get picked. How do you figure out who you're going to sing with?
Okay, so that is among the most stressful things. So they say, congratulations, these people are going to the next round. And, you're up there like, oh, I'm so excited. And then the judges walked up and they said, okay, now that you've made it through, it's going to be a really long night. You're going to be split up into groups of 4 and go pick your partners right now. And, we had seen each other, met a few people, but you're not like friends with anyone. You don't really know anyone that well, so everyone's running around on the stage. They bring you up on the stage in the big group, and they say, pick 4 people, go. And so I picked my roommate, of course. We made a little plan before the thing, like, if we both make it through, we'll be in the same group. So we're running around trying to find other people that maybe sing country or that we heard that were really good, and, trying to, strategize and figure out who we want in our group, but it's a mad dash. And I think you saw one poor girl got left out, and that was the worst. That was so sad because everyone's running around and people get overlooked, and then you're like, oh, I thought I was in that group. Oh no, this group wants me. So it's crazy. It's a lot of stress, but it's fun.
Okay, back on the line with Alexis Gomez, and right in the middle of Hollywood Week. It's the group competition tomorrow night, I guess. Right? That's yep. And some of the groups have already, done their competition. Karen Kelly is with us. Karen, do you have a question for Alexis?
So, Alexis, I can't even imagine the stress that you were under during Hollywood Week. What are the surprises that happened during Hollywood Week?
I had 2 things that really surprised me. The first one is probably how awesome the contestants were. I mean, everyone was really encouraging, really supporting, but especially in Hollywood Week, that's the point where you have to get a little more competitive. So I was like, well, I don't know if people are going to want to actually be friends or talk and hang out and, take that kind of time. But the biggest surprise was definitely how supportive, how encouraging each and every one of the contestants were to me. And secondly, definitely, you watch American Idol and you're like, oh, well, if I was in Hollywood Week, here's my plan. I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to pick a song I know. I'm going to do this. And you make a plan so you don't get too exhausted. But the thing that shocked me is once you make a plan, it doesn't even matter because I made my plan to go to bed. I picked a song I knew. I signed up early, and I still only got 2 hours of sleep almost every night. So you can't really go on with the plan. You just have to go with the flow.
All right. Well, you talked about not getting a lot of sleep. Is there a pretty set schedule? I mean, you got to show up at the theater at a certain time, and you can just expect to stay there until dark 30 that day, or?
Well, pretty much. I think most of our days we had to be on the bus to go over to the Orpheum Theater around 6:45 or 7, and then we would get home 9, 10, 11 at night. So it's definitely a long, exhausting day.
Hi, Alexis. This is Sue, and I have a question for you. I wondered if you could interact with the judges at any point before or after you're done, or just had any interaction with the judges.
So, unfortunately, you don't. I know they're super busy, but you always think, oh, I want to ask them this, I want to ask them what they thought, but we don't really get that opportunity. You just have to go out on stage and lay everything out there while you have the chance, so...
Okay, this might be a good time to, I want to play one of your songs while we're talking here through the hour. And I know that you talked a little bit about Daniel's song the last time you were here. Maybe just kind of set the stage for folks, because I thought I would play that song, if it's okay with you, if I play that.
Uh-huh.
And just kind of set the stage for that. Tell the folks just a little bit about how that came about.
Cool. Well, Daniel's song is something that's really special to me. A mother from our church actually wrote this as a poem for her son, and then was kind enough to let my dad take it and turn it into a song, put melody and chords, and he plays on it, and I'm singing it, and it was just a really special moment that I got to share with that family, and I'm really honored that they let me be a part of their lives in that way.
Yeah, we're talking to Alexis Gomez, of course, from Dayton, Ohio, graduate of Wright State University. Alexis is a local talent, and she's right in smack dab in the middle of Hollywood Week for the American Idol competition. We saw her make it through the first round, and now tomorrow night, the group competition continues. I think Karen has another question for you.
So, Alexis, it looks like everybody's starting to have their own style come out now that Hollywood Week is here, and everybody's just starting to feel comfortable in their own skin, and a few people are definitely unique and standing out, and you are one of them because you never wear shoes. Tell us where the barefoot thing got started.
People keep asking that question. I think it's really funny that they showed that in my last audition, because it's true. I really am always barefoot wherever I can go. I have no idea what made me want to be barefoot. It's kind of just the thing I grew up doing. My whole family was always barefoot. We were running around outside doing this thing, but my sister, Stephanie, always joked. She said, yeah, except everyone in our family grew out of it. You're the only one who still goes barefoot. So maybe it's just a thing I was born into, I guess.
Okay, so this wasn't like a performing thing, like I'm gonna sing barefoot because nobody else does it. It wasn't like that.
Not really. It was just that this is what I'm comfortable doing, and this is me, so I'm gonna rock it.
Okay, cool. That's great. Do you have any idea what the next step is after this group competition? Do you go right back into appearing before the judges solo?
So what's really funny about this week is I swear I have heard more rumors than anybody, because everyone's like, okay, so what do you think is going to happen next? Do you think it's going to do this? What do you think, how they're going to cut people? What are they going to cut people to? There's so much talk that honestly I have no idea what to expect, but I know that there's probably going to be another round, probably another twist, something they're going to come up with, because they're going to keep cutting people. They said we would have 3 auditions, and so this is in 2, so I know there's going to be one more. I just don't know how it's going to work quite yet, but hopefully they'll let us in on that soon. Cool.
Alexis Gomez, right in the middle of Hollywood Week on American Idol, and people can follow you. I guess you have a Facebook page. I know that, right? So why don't you let us know how people can kind of follow your progress and where you're going and all that?
Yeah, you can follow me and stay updated on Facebook at Alexis Gomez Music, or on Instagram, Alexis Gomez Music, Twitter, the Alexis Gomez. Then, of course, I always keep my website up to date with alexisgomezmusic.com.
Great. Sounds good. Another question. This is from Valerie in Spain. And she says, congratulations, Alexis. Have been enjoying your music on DDR. Have you had professional training, singing lessons, music theory? That's her question.
From Spain? That's so awesome.
It is.
Oh, that's so neat. Well, okay, Valerie, so I haven't had really any music theory. My dad taught me to, play guitar. I can play chords. I can't read music or anything like that. But over the last couple of years, I've worked with a couple different vocal coaches who are absolutely amazing. I've learned so much from them. A few here locally, and then actually a girl, Renee Grant Williams, down in Nashville, who's really great too. So trying to focus on, doing that singing thing and see where it takes me, get all the help I can.
Okay, we had a question from Joni in Phoenix. Question from a listener via TalkBack. And she says, seems like it would be difficult to stand out while at the same time blending in with others in the group? How do you do that? That is a tough
that's
one.
a great question. That is such a great question, because those are the kind of things that you have to try and think about before you go into this competition, because you're right, you want to stand out, but you don't want to be, too over the top or too weird. But for me, just going into it, I just have to remember that, you know what, I just have to go in there and be myself, because I know it sounds kind of corny, but everybody is unique in their own way. We have a different sound. We have a different genre, a different style. Even, your clothes and your personality play a part into that. So I think if you can just go in there and really know who you are and be confident enough to show it and not be afraid, but I think that's what's going to help you stand out.
Alexis Gomez, American Idol contestant from Dayton, Ohio here. We're so happy, Alexis, that you took a little time out of your busy schedule to spend time with us. And, of course, tomorrow on American Idol, the group competition continues. We'll get to see you with that. One of the questions I had is, you got a little feedback from the judges, especially I think from Harry Connick Jr. When you did the first audition, and I guess do you take all that to heart? Does that the suggestions that he made or the things that they talked about when you prepared for your next appearance? How much of that was running through your mind?
Yeah, I thought about that for so long. Harry had a lot of good criticism. I think one thing that we talked about that maybe wasn't shown was he was saying, hey, you're going to be compared to Carrie Underwood. You got to come in there and blow us away with some power and stuff like that. So I came in and I did a Carrie Underwood song. I tried to show them that, more powerful voice, that high energy kind of song. And I think it did me good because I got through the next round. So hopefully they saw that I took some of their advice and put it into action.
Well, Alexis, thank you so much again for spending time with us here on Downtown Dayton Radio. I know that we're all got our fingers and toes crossed. We'll be watching, huddled around the TV set tomorrow as you will be on stage to do your group competition. I'm sure your head is spinning right now, but is there one thing that keeps coming back to you that you keep thinking about that, you just can't let go of?
The one thing that I just keep thinking, and especially all throughout Hollywood Week, is I was like, you just have to let go of your nerves and just go do what you do. I've been singing forever. I've been performing for a really long time, and it's something that comes naturally to me now, so I just have to not let those nerves take over and just go out there and do my best.
Well, that's great. Again, thank you so much for being with us. The best of luck. Yeah, absolutely. The best of luck. And whatever happens, we're with you all the way. And looking forward to getting more of your music to put on the radio.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for having me back. I hope to talk to you soon.
Thanks, Alexis.
Thank you.